Well, folks, we welcome to the program. A good friend of ours, attorney Kim Baer, is here, and we talked cars a little bit earlier this hour, and it looks like we're going to be talking more car stuff today, because involving something that unfortunately happens to a lot of people. We're talking about car accidents.
Yeah, I thought maybe this morning we'd talk about common questions that people have right after a car accident. And it's not unusual if you're in a car accident and it wasn't your fault that right away, usually that day, maybe the next day, you'll get a call from the other driver's insurance agent or insurance adjuster. And that insurance adjuster wants to know, how did the accident happen? Are you hurt? And then typically, they also may already be making an offer to try and settle your case.
And the reason for that is?
The reason for that is you have to remember that insurance companies, are in the business of making money. So one of the ways that they make money is they want to settle your claim fast and they want to settle it cheap. So. And what you have to remember is that in most cases, if you're going to have whiplash or you're going to have some type of soft tissue injury, a neck injury or a back injury, that's not really going to show up for a couple of days. So right after the accident, you're probably still going to feel okay. You're going to be a little shook up, but you're going to say, well, no, I think I'm feeling all right. And then it's usually 2-3 days later, you're waking up going, oh man, what happened? So
the adrenaline calms down and you really start to feel things
Exactly. And so that's the reason why we tell people, please don't rush to settle your claim, because once you settle it, you're done. So if you settle on day 2 and day 3 you wake up and you've got pain, too bad.
Too late.
It's too late. So one of the things you want to do is just, make sure you tell the insurance adjuster, it's fine to tell them, hey, I feel okay right now, but I want to wait and see how I feel in a couple of days. And then in a couple of days, if you are having pain, make sure you go see the doctor. Make sure that you go see the chiropractor or the physical therapist. When you have appointments, make sure you keep them. One of the things that when we're trying to settle a claim down the road that we often hear from an adjuster is, well, your client missed 2 physical therapy appointments, and so they must not have really been in pain. So it's really important to go to those appointments.
Because they'll use that against you.
They'll use that against you. So, and then another thing that you want to make sure, if you're going to represent yourself, which in small car accident cases, there's really no reason to hire an attorney because you can probably negotiate it yourself. So let's say that maybe you only went to physical therapy a couple of times or the chiropractor a couple of times. What you want to make sure, though, is that in your settlement that you recover your medical bills. Because what's going to happen is, let's say Blue Cross Blue Shield paid for your treatment and it was $1,000. When you settle, Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to come knocking on your door saying, hey, we need to be paid back.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes. And so if let's say you said, oh, I settled for $1,500, great, that's in my pocket. If you have to turn around and then pay Blue Cross Blue Shield back, that wasn't such a good settlement. So, and a lot of people don't realize that. So you need to make sure you go.
Is that always the case?
That's always the case.
Okay.
That's always the case.
So this is your insurance paying for your treatment.
Exactly. Your health insurance.
Your health insurance paying for your treatment, and if you get a settlement from the other person that caused the accident, you have to pay back your health insurance. It's called subrogation, and that's one of the things. I mean, if you end up hiring a lawyer, one of the things that the law firm will do for you is, number one, we negotiate with the insurance company for the person who caused the accident, and we try to get you as much money as possible on that side. Then we turn around and we talk to your health insurance, and we try to negotiate that lien down. And we try to say, okay, maybe we can give you 50%, or they had to hire a lawyer, so you at least should take 1/3 off. So we try to negotiate that down so that the end result is more money in your pocket. So you just need to be aware of those things. I didn't know that.
So, and the other thing, which I think I mentioned, so you've got 2 years, a 2-year statute of limitations, so don't be in any hurry. Make sure you're done treating. And then another common question we get, even from our own clients, is they're calling and they want to settle the claim on my car. That's fine. Go ahead and settle the claim on your car. That's completely separate from your bodily, exactly, from all your pain and suffering.
Okay, and then when it comes to stuff like that, what if they say on the phone, well, if you don't take this now, we're withdrawing the offer? Is that ever the case?
Yeah, some adjusters use strong arm tactics, and and that's, if you're still treating, I mean, don't be pushed into a settlement, because again, if you knew the number of times I have people call me and they'll say, now I need a surgery, or now I found out that I actually had a bulging disc, and so now I've got to go have epidural shots or something like that. What can I do? And I've already settled, and we just have to say to them, I'm sorry, you've settled, you're done. Yeah. So you just need to take your time. And then another thing that we've talked about in the past, if you need money right away for medical bills, look at your own insurance policy, because if you have what's called a med pay or medical payment,
right. Yep.
yeah, we've talked about it before, you can get money from your own insurance policy right away to help pay those medical bills.
Okay. Now you mentioned that your attorney would negotiate your health insurance to help get you some of the money reduced, some of the costs reduced. Now, what about paying? You just said your attorney. What about paying that attorney?
Yeah.
What do you end up paying that attorney?
Yeah, that's a great question, Lou. So, I mean, because that's another thing. People say, well, I don't have any money to hire an attorney.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was just in a car accident. I'm not working. How can I do that? And for car accident cases, most law firms take that on a contingency fee basis. And what that means is they're going to take a percentage of whatever they recover. And so typically it's a third. And you don't pay any money until there's a settlement, or if there's a jury trial, until there's a verdict. And let's say that we think it's a good case, and we go ahead and we go forward, and we have a trial, and we end up losing for some reason. Then you don't owe any money. So you only pay the lawyer if the lawyer recovers money for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yes.
Right.
So
if people have questions about this, maybe they were just recently involved in a car crash. I think the first thing we learned here, don't jump in and settle right away.
Exactly.
Okay.
Take your time. You've got 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. What to do
And
first.
we've learned there too, if you get it on the last day of the second year, it still counts.
It still counts.
As the first day.
I've had people walk in my door and say, my statute's up tomorrow. And we've said, oh my goodness, okay, let's hurry. And we can hurry and we can get it on file.
All right. And how do people get a hold of you in case they need to hurry?
Yeah, if you need to hurry, or even if you don't, but if you've been in a car accident, give us a call at 515-INJURED. So.
And I will say she is available. We had a bit of a family emergency last week, and she was right there to help us out, talking about papers that should have been done before the emergency happened, but life happens, and thank you for all of your assistance.
Sure, glad to help, Jackie. Glad to help.
Thank you so much for being here. All right, we will be right back. It is 7:49 right now. You are watching CW Iowa Live. When we come back, what car you're driving is most likely to get you a ticket? We'll tell you what that is next. It's new, brand new.